rudely interrupted by a janky Wi-Fi connection to this personal hotspot. Yeah, but like I was saying, so do it. The NBA saying it for years. Because somebody on a national news outlet on TV, you know, in the midst of all these NBA players and the coach getting indicted for illegal sports betting on games, and this lady was talking about how the players are taking themselves out of games, and also what they've been dumbing down their performances on the court. So the people that betted on them or betted against them can get paid, can get paid out. So that's how the NBA is pretty much rigged, you know. I've been saying this ever since 2012. I've seen some close games, some close playoff games in which the underdog should have won. But you know, certain players get all these calls. They get more foul calls than the other guys on the other team. They even do it on purpose. They even pretend that they're getting fouled. So the referee will blow the whistle, then they get to go to the free throw line a lot more often than the underdog. You know, a lot of people might say that LeBron James comes to mind. They call it flopping. They call it flopping. Pretending you got hit when you really didn't. That could affect the change. That could affect the course of the game tremendously. But in light of all of this illegal sports betting, all this pretty much confirmed now. Yeah, it's all rigged. The NBA rigged. Just now, in recent years, letting small market teams win NBA championships, because the big markets have had it on lock for as long as I can remember. You know, I think the only small market team that won a championship was the Milwaukee Bucks. That was back in the early 70s, though, I think. They finally won another one in 2022 or 2023, I think. But and then the year before last, it was the Denver Nuggets, and last year it was the Oklahoma City Thunder. So yeah, so I knew something was going on. So they finally let the small market teams win championship. So I'm just hoping my city is big. I'm just hoping my team is big. So, I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm looking at like they let OKC win. Oh, I know it's time for us to win one. I just know it. But yeah, they just go to show you how much big business this thing is. You know, then they're saying the mafia is involved. And I gotta be honest, I forgot all about the mafia. I didn't know they were still a thing. Because I remember in the early 90s, a lot of those big mob bosses got taken down. The one I remember the most back to these this illegal sports betting. I can't believe Chauncey Billups got caught up in it. Hall of Famer Chauncey Billups. Why would he need to do some sports betting? Why? Why would he have to get caught up in it? He won a championship with the Detroit Pistons back in 2004. So he ain't close to the Trailblazers now. Or was. I don't know if he still is. But dang, why would you tarnish your career like that? I mean, how much more money do you need? You already getting. You already sitting on millions. You already sitting pretty. That's the thing I be wondering. How much more money do you need? You want all the money in the world or what? I mean, you should always strive for greatness, but come on. You jumping through some other type of hoops to get to the money now. And I just don't see why it's necessary. When you've already made a name for yourself, you got the accolades. You're a legend. Everybody knows you. I just don't understand. Just don't understand. Yeah, but getting back to the NBA being rigged. No. I done seen too many games that went to a game 7, you know, in the playoffs, quarterfinals, you know, the winner of the series, you know, wins the series. It's the best of 7. Whoever wins the best of 7, you know. Whoever wins 4 games out of 7 games, you know, pretty much. But a lot of times series get tied. It's 3-3, they go to game 7. And just too many times I've seen the underdog had the upper hand, and then all of a sudden the referee has a whistle blowing fit. Next thing you know, the fan favorite is at the free throw line every 5 minutes. And as a result of that, the team got the lead again. And guess what? Loses. You know the rest. Miami Heat become the champions in 2012 and 2013. Same with the Golden State Warriors, you know. Same with them. They won championship in 2015, I think. Yeah, 2015, yeah. Well, in 2016, that's when LeBron went back to Cleveland. He said he wanted to bring a championship to Cleveland. So he left Miami, went back to Cleveland, and the rest is history. He did what he said he gonna do. Or after the recent news, I should say, the people behind the scenes pulling strings made it happen. A lot of people probably betting on LeBron that he would bring a championship to Cleveland. So that's probably how that happened. Because he pretty much did all that back. Like, how could he have done it all by himself? Golden State, they had a squad. And the only people I remember playing around LeBron was Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith. That's pretty much all I remember on that team. I don't know. But he managed to beat a stacked Golden State Warriors team. stuff is rigged. Everything rigged. The football rigged. Everything is. But anyway, just wanted to run this guy, y'all. Want to go live for a second. Had to do a little update on this camera. See how it turned out. So far, so good. Like I said before, I really just got this GoPro thing to do pre-records, but then I saw the option to go live. I thought I'd take advantage of it, you know. Yeah, but I knew it. And I noticed in recent years, a lot of players have been quote unquote resting. For rest. Like rest. Y'all nobody rested back in the 90s and the 80s, you know. Now it's commonplace for a superstar of a team to sit down for rest, to sit out a game. But now we see why. He's 34 indictments, so I'm just waiting to see what players are involved in these indictments. I hope it ain't nobody on my team. I hope it ain't nobody on my team. My team need all the firepower it can get. You know? Yeah. I mean, it's huge. It's shattered the NBA world completely. This is the first time something like this has happened. Now I'm wondering, has Trump got anything to do with this or what? Because you know, we all know that Trump is putting a stop to everything, putting a stop to a lot of programs and canceling shows, canceling late night talk shows and things like that, just throwing a monkey wrench into a whole lot of stuff. So he's sending the National Guard to all these cities and cutting food stamps. So I was wondering, what's next? And I turned on the TV yesterday. And there it goes. 5 people got popped for illegal sports betting. Betting is a big thing. You know, we're being bombarded with commercials, ads, you know, encouraging people to bet, put money on the line for these games. Yeah. But that's not illegal though. We're talking about this stuff involving the mafia. They're saying that these 34 guys are working with the mafia. And you know, they're all about money laundering and extortion and a whole bunch of stuff. So in short, the mafia pretty much saying, we got money on this guy, we got money on this team, and they better win or else. And apparently it's been going on for a long time. This can't be something that just started. It's just, like Johnny Taylor said, everything's out in the open. Everything's out in the open. Yeah. concentrating on the point. This could even change the tone of the whole NBA season. Yeah. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see how my team gonna play tomorrow. Or should I say today? I think they play today. I promise y'all, this is a lot lighter out here than when the camera has it looking like. When I'm looking at the screen, like legit, like I'm out of space. It's good to have your thoughts that you've been thinking all along. Be confirmed. That's a good thing. It lets you know that you ain't crazy. Let you know that I ain't crazy for thinking what I'm thinking. Because I be looking at this stuff, I know something ain't right. Something ain't right about this. There's no way they should have won that game. No way they should be sitting up there with an NBA championship. And he's a one-man show. Here's something else. I never known LeBron James to get injured. Dude went from 2003 up until 2018, 2019 without a single injury. During that time period, I'd never known him to be injured or miss a game. I'm not sure what to say about that, but it's just, I guess, good genetics or some would say he's the bionic man. I don't know, but up until recently, they were saying he was going to miss the first 2 weeks. personal opinion. He's still playing, trying to chase Michael Jordan numbers, Michael Jordan stats. Because I think he reached 34,000 career points or something. And he was like, he surpassed Jordan and this and that. I'm like, of course he did. He played until he was 40. Jordan retired in, what, first time he retired, he was 31 or 32. Then he came back a couple years later, retired again. He came back, retired again. So Jordan had several breaks and he's still trying to chase his numbers. That's hilarious. People want to call LeBron the GOAT. Okay. So it's official. Professional sports is rigged. And all the outcomes of these games all depends on what happens in when these folks pay. But it's kind of disheartening because, you know, if you're a player, if you're an athlete, you do all this practicing, you go through all these drills, you do all this hard work to do what? Go out, undermine performers, undermine your game, just so the other team can win. You excuse yourself from the court just so the other team have the upper hand, all because some people betted money on this team so they can win. Well, that ain't right at all. That ain't right. That's not right. But hopefully something's going to be done about it. Change these indictments and stuff, you know. You had to prematurely. like one of the clean cut types. I never would expect him to get caught up in nothing like that. But hey, okay, like I said in several other videos, you can't judge a book by its cover. That's all I got to talk about right there on that topic. I think I'm gonna get up off of here. Probably gonna turn the music on as I get closer to my city. About an hour and a half away. No. Yeah, I am about an hour and a half away. Today I'm gonna see that may come out of all these 34 players getting investigated. It's a league. Because so far they hadn't said any of the players' names. They just named a couple of coaches so far. And the only one I've heard of. They did name one player, but I forgot his name. But that still leaves 33 more to go. Still got more players. Anyway. I'll holler at y'all a little bit later. I want to thank y'all for watching it. Make sure you hit that like button on the way out. And if I can think of anything else to go live about, I might do it later today. I don't know. Because there's so much going on at once. Got this event right here, what I'm talking about right now. And it's a few other things going on. I could go live until later today or go live about it. I don't know. We'll see. Here.